Interesting. Okay. Weird. Well, nothing to do but get to work, I guess. Okay. Interesting. Am I able to zoom in? Oh, I can. I didn't get any viewers last time, and I was on here for 7 whole minutes. So we'll see if I can get anybody this time. That's pretty opal. Looks a little wonky. That's okay. No, zoom out a little. I feel like that's a lot of motion. Love that. That looks all right. Just polishing opals till my wife gets home. Uh, 800 grit sandpaper. Just checking to see if there's any ridges. Anything we need to buff out. So this is my new longest live. See if I can get one viewer at least. Another guy I followed said he's going to be on for like 6 hours. It's a long time being on live. There's some color. Has to be wet to be able to show it when it's not polished like it is. That's why we're doing what we're doing. Again, just trying to see any ridges. Something that'll affect the polish. Man, that light is so bright. I'll get this one. Closer. Yeah, it's a little better. We'll get it wet. Nice. Ten minutes in. Nobody yet. It's okay. Gives me an excuse to sit here longer and do what it is that I want to do. And share this experience with others. Maybe I'll get a subscriber. It's almost 5, right? People are getting off work. I always have to rotate. You try to sand it from one angle, you'll lose it. This one's color is insane. Big broad flash. Polish up real good. Sits in a ring. Pretty dull. Okay. I have to move on to the 1500 grit soon. I'm not very excited about this opal. It's fake. Fake-ish. It's man-made opal. I guess it still counts as opal. It's got intense color, but it's not naturally made. So it can bring down the value of the natural things, which is what I want. But that's it. That's what I do. I make shapes, sand them to death, and polish them. Because I think they're pretty. I like to make pretty things. Very interesting. This guy. It's got two very interesting inclusions in it. YouTube will limit how many people are even exposed to my live. Don't know how long that lasts for, but I like the inclusion in this guy. I can't remember the name of the crystals, but it reminds me of this. Where it's like a dream stone, dream something. But you can see inside. Can't remember what these are called, but that's what this opal's looking like to me. Because you can see inside pretty clearly. So yeah, I think it's neat. It's an odd shape, not quite a cabochon. Might call it a carved piece, even though it's worked the same way as a cabochon in my mind. And the ridges. Yep, I think it's looking alright. I would ask you guys what you think, but at the moment there's nobody. Not sure what this opal was. It's got a few fractures, but it's also got translucency, but then it's very white. Where the white's at doesn't seem to be a whole lot of color. But I could be wrong. Wait for you. There's some color for sure. Camera doesn't pick up all of it, but there's not much. I don't know. Another white one. Doesn't even have to be wet for you to be able to see the colors popping. So I'm pretty excited to see this one fully polished. So that color should just pop. Nice thing is the higher grits, the less time I have to spend on them, as long as I'm doing a good enough job. This one's a little lopsided. It's also very fractured. Kind of see the fractures in there. Might cause a problem down the road. Who really knows? There's this guy. Nice flash even before it's polished, but is an inclusion, that little white spot. Don't think I can get rid of it without losing the shape and everything. So we're just going to polish it as is. Hope for the best. So again, just checking. You can kind of see the glare. I just want to make sure it stays even. When it stays even, I'll move on to the next. This one might have a fracture in it as well. You can kind of see the darkness right in there. The light, I guess. Again, don't really know what I can do about that. Last piece. So interesting. All right, we're moving on. 800 to 1,000. I'm walking out now. Awesome. Well, the wife's almost home. So the live's almost over. Don't think I got one viewer. That's okay. I at least filmed 26 minutes. All the things that I was doing. Maybe I can edit it, or I just upload it. And you guys can hear all my ramblings. So as long as I did a good polish with the 800 grit, this 1000 grit doesn't have to do a whole lot of work. Just try and buff out any leftover scratches from the 800 grit. But always keep the stone moving. Go at it from different angles, and that maintains the dome. And then when we move on to the cerium oxide, it just polishes everything because the scratches are so microscopic that we can't see it with our naked eye. But now at 1000, when it's dry, you can see that glassiness and the color starts to pop more. Heading in the right direction. Cat's gonna open the door. I can feel it. Wish I knew where these opals came from, what I was actually cutting. I can guess and I can speculate, but I just don't know. At least there's some pretty pieces. Man, she's a terror. That guy. See, the shape's a little wonky too. It's a little high there. That's something to work on. I think I'll get a full 30 minutes and then I'm going to end the live. Probably right at that 30-minute mark. I'll have somebody join and I won't want to end the live, but this cat's going to drive me nuts. Yeah. Stop and get. Okay. Pretty pretty. Let's see if there's a difference. Is that shinier now? I think so. Yeah, it works. It shows up. Yeah, man-made opal. Pretty, but not my cup of tea. Okay. I think that's it. Bye, guys.